million a decade. What does it mean? A nation dying of inner decay. A churchyard silence where life has been. The base of the pyramid crumbling away. A drift of men gone over the sea. A drift of the dead where men should be. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Brendan Farrell.
Thank you, everybody. I'm going to do my thanks now so that I don't keep people back at the end. I want to tell everybody here how very grateful I am for your attendance tonight, for your investment in what we've been working on for the last couple of months. It means a lot to me. It's actually been a very emotional kind of an experience to create something that you're going to see now in the next few minutes. We've got very invested in the characters that we've created. But what I want to tell you all is that while the characters Colleen and Sean are made up, everything that happens to them and every reference in the show tonight is actually true. So this is going to be it's a night of tribute, entertainment, fun. It's a history lesson. It's a slideshow. It's a movie. It's a screenplay. It's a lot of things, but to me, it's my baby, and I'm very, very, very passionate about it. So I'm just so grateful that you guys have actually given up your time and your money, your hard-earned cash, to have a night with me. Okay? I just want to mention a couple of things here now, if that's all right. It's only going to take 2 or 3 minutes. The first thing is that this is the opening night of the show, and if we make mistakes tonight, just please forgive us, because obviously we're trying things out, and I do think that if and when people come back to see this, maybe next year or the year after, or on Broadway, or who knows, why not? Okay. That's what I'm aiming for. You probably see that it has, no more than myself, evolved a bit. I've got my hair back. It's important for me to say that myself and Idan in particular, and Caitley, who's going to do the narration, we're not actors. And we're not trying to act tonight, we're trying to tell a story. We're storytellers, okay? So, you're going to see some videos later on, stuff that we've shot around Clara. Really enjoyed that. We're not in period costume during these shoots. We're actually pretty much as ourselves, although I probably look very old-fashioned in these films. What you need to do is not imagine me as Sean Og, you need to imagine Sean Og as a being, right? I'm just representing him. Colleen's just being represented by Dana. We're not those people, but we're going to give them a voice tonight, okay? Another thing to say, the famine subject, it's a very contentious one in Ireland, and it's actually a very subjective one too. It turns into a real anti-English bias when a debate gets going on about it. And I want to say tonight that I'm not anti-English, I'm 25% English. I'm very proud of my 25% English blood. I do not hold any of them people responsible for what happened in this story, and you will hear it. But I'm going to tell the truth. So this is not a demonstration of an anti-empire, anti-English, all that. It's just telling the story of how things happened and acts that were committed by people who are no longer here. I've got a few thank yous to make. I want to thank Michael Grogan for sponsoring the wine reception tonight, and also Coca-Cola, where I work, for the soft drinks we're giving up. To Sean, Paul, and everybody here at Ballina Arts Centre, they've been an absolute dream to work with. I've come in here as a rookie. I approached Sean, probably 4 or 5 months ago, and then we sat down 2 months ago. And within 5 minutes, we made a commitment to each other that we're doing this, and it's going to work, and it's going to be good. So, in terms of staging, the presentation, the lighting, I've got Liam Brennan up there on sound, David Beattie on projection. I just can't thank you guys enough. So, move on. David Dwan recorded some stuff for me. He works in the Western People. He's a sound technician, and we're working actually on an album for this show as well with 12 songs. Hopefully we'll get that out there maybe in the middle of the year. The Mayo Now magazine did a lovely piece. You might have seen it upstairs. If you haven't, please buy it. It's only €2 and support the local community. As I mentioned, David Irwin, David Beattie up there. I also want to mention a friend of mine who's not here tonight, Paul Dunn. He studied with me in college, and he actually sponsored some of the publicity work that was done here now very generously. To Mags Downey in the Ballina Chamber, who pushed me and pushed this as a Ballina entity, or not Mayo entity. I'm very grateful. And to the Shebeen, where we're going later for plenty of pints if you're going to join me, okay? Please do, please do. I think we've got an Olympic champion in the audience as well. Is Christy here? Where are you, Christy? Come on, Christy. Stand up. Christy's my guest of honour tonight, and I'm really happy to have you here. I'm nearly done. This is like my wedding speech. It was 20 minutes long. I went on for 3 days. I play in a band called Sam Maguire's, and I only started playing the guitar actually when I was 25 years of age. It's a long story, but there was a man there that turned me into somewhat of a musician. I don't think I'm great, but I'm getting away with it. So I'd like to thank Jimmy O'Donnell especially. I can see you there, Jimmy, just on my right. Jimmy actually taught me how to hold a guitar. Actually, Jimmy taught me how to hold a guitar. He also taught me how to hold a pint. Taught me how to empty a pint. And when I was about 5 years of age, he was my first babysitter when we arrived in Ireland. So Jimmy's a bit of a legend and always will be. One of my dearest friends, and Maureen too. Thank you very much for being here. Really appreciate it. I want to say thanks to me daddy, the Bell Eugene Farrell there now. I can't see him because he's not tall enough. He's hiding behind some area. Mix up the Sam Maguire threesome. We've had the best of fun over the last, whatever it was, 15-20 years. We've played in some very peculiar places, I can tell you. But to the two boys, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thanks very much for bringing me to here tonight, okay? Okay, so nearly there now, just families obviously. I'm going to thank Idana's family on her behalf, because she doesn't want to come out and talk at this stage. Idana's brother, parents and son have lended me her presence quite a bit now over the last couple of months. So thank you very much for everything you've done there to keep her there. Thank you. I always have to mention my own mammy and Auntie Margaret, who's come over from England. I really appreciate the journey that you've made. And really to Anne-Marie, my wife, to my children, what are the names again? Kate Lee, Oisin, Ciara and Aoife. I've left a lot of mess behind me while I was going off to do this thing, so they've backed me up. Anne-Marie, you know I love you, and I'm really happy that you're front and centre. This is beautiful. The cast tonight is Caitlin Farrell, my daughter, Lady of the Moy. She's a great girl. She's going to do a great job tonight. Idana Barrett, an absolute legend, but she's making her stage debut. Remember that. So when she comes on, give her the biggest welcome you can. That'll be at chapter 7. And we also have a little treat, an extra chapter that wasn't in the original script, but I've put it in for tonight. It's about the orphan girls who went to Australia, featuring. Shout out your names, girls.
Eva, Rebecca, Jessica.
Yeah, you see that? They don't even need microphones, so you're going to enjoy that. Last thing I have to say, guys. There's a reason that I wrote this thing, the reason that I did this. I hope that Mark doesn't mind me mentioning this. My brother-in-law, his wife Helena passed away about 1.5 years ago. And straight up, the month after that, it was a month where my legs were gone and I needed something to get my head around. It took me a bit of time to figure out what that was. What you're going to see tonight is what that is. So all I'm going to say to leave the stage is to Helena, thank you, and we miss you. Thank you.